What is going on, guys? Eagle Aquatics back here. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you guys another care guide. It's been a while since I came out with a care guide. Sorry about that, but I got a new fish up. I think you guys will all like this one. Great reef fish. It is the Melanarus Wrasse. Truly the most colorful up-close fish in my tank right now. Just such a cool tank. I'm gonna tell you all about this fish, how big it gets, minimum tank size, food requirements, tank requirements. It's gonna be a good video, and you're gonna want to hear about this guy because you're gonna want one after this video. So stay tuned. So the Melanarus Wrasse is a huge eye catcher of the reef tank. When I bought this guy, I was walking through my local fish store a couple years ago when I didn't know much about fish. Walked past this guy, I'm like, what the heck is that? So I asked the guy, he said, that's a Melanarus Wrasse, and they don't get that big. I only had, what, a 60 gallon at the time. He was like, that's perfect size. So I picked it up, loved this fish, loved him ever since. Just loads of color. Good, they're not very expensive. These guys are around, I would say 30 to 40 bucks is a decent price. And the colors you get, totally worth the money, totally. Such a cool fish. In my opinion, they are pretty peaceful. I got clownfish, triggerfish, tangs in my tank and everything. He's peaceful with all of them except that dotty back. He doesn't like the white-tailed dotty back. Him and the dotty back fight sometimes. But that's no big deal. They don't kill each other or anything. So I found them to be very peaceful with other fish. They are known to be peaceful with other wrasses too. I've been wanting to try that. Kind of want a yellow chorus wrasse or something like that. I think that'd be really cool to have more wrasses in this tank. So eventually I will be putting more in. Peaceful fish, all in all. Now the diet on these fish, these guys are big carnivores. That's one of the reasons people say they're not totally reef safe. They're not going to go after coral or anything like that, but they're going to go after your inverts. I have not seen mine go after any snails. He doesn't try to eat the snails, but he does like eating the hermit crabs. So if a hermit crab tips over anything, he's probably going to eat them. But mine are pretty smart, same with the snails. My hermit crabs and snails don't come out during the day. They come out at night when the wrasse is asleep. So your cleanup crew will get used to the wrasse being in the tank and will get smart and hide from them and come out at night. So it's not a huge deal. I would say great candidate for a reef tank. Just watch out. He probably will eat some hermit crabs and stuff like that. Just be aware, but it's not a huge downside to these fish at all. Now the maximum size on this guy, I would say probably around 5 inches. Mine's probably at that 3.5, 4 inch size. Mine's pretty decent size. I've had mine for a long time. I have found them to grow decently fast. Definitely one of the fastest growers in the tank. And this is a pig of a fish. What I feed it, it eats seaweed. I feed nori every day to the tanks and everything. It devours that stuff. It eats mysis, flakes, anything. It's like a fish that'll eat anything, like a clownfish. This guy will go after anything. And as you guys can see in the video, he's constantly going through all the rocks, looking for little worms, copepods, amphipods, snails, little pyramid snails and stuff like that. So definitely, everybody likes wrasses because they're really good cleaners. They'll clean off any pests in the rocks. If they see a worm, they're going to eat it. If they see a pest snail or any weird thing in the tank, weird little creature that you don't want in there, this guy will probably eat. That's why I would say great reef candidate. Going to do a lot of work for you. Definitely benefit the tank. Minimum tank size for this guy, in my opinion, I would go no less than a 40 gallon breeder. I believe a 40 gallon is probably enough room for this guy. Just be sure to add a ton of rock. This guy loves the rocks. He's constantly looking and swimming in and out of them, looking for food and everything. So definitely a 40 gallon breeder. I would not go put one of these guys in anything less than that. If you want another wrasse that's good for a smaller tank, I would probably go with a 6-line wrasse or like a fairy wrasse or something. But this guy gets a little bigger. You want to stick with bigger tanks for these guys. Now a lot of people say wrasses jump. I haven't found that to be true with the Melanarus Wrasse. This guy doesn't jump a lot. I have an open top tank. The only place he could jump out is the back. There's a little opening back there, but I've never had a problem. So I don't really find these guys to be jumpers unless they're really startled by something, but I've never seen them jump out of the water or anything. Another requirement for these guys, I would not keep them in a bare bottom reef tank. They need their sand. All wrasses need sand because that's where they sleep at night. As soon as my lights turn off, this guy's darting underneath the sand and sleeping there till the morning. So they definitely need the sand in order to stay happy and healthy and stuff like that. If you don't have sand in there and he's got nowhere to hide, he's just gonna get stressed out and eventually die. So give him the sand, generally maybe 2, 3 inches of sand. I would say probably 2 inches because that's around where I'm at. 1.5, 2 inches will be perfectly fine for this guy. And yeah, guys, that's pretty much it. It's a very common fish. You should be able to find it at any local fish store. You might be able to even find it at Petco or something like that. If they don't have it, they're very easy to find. Your fish store can probably order you in one. Very common fish, cheap, awesome reef inhabitant, very peaceful. The colors, one of the biggest bangs for your buck as it comes to fish, because the colors on this thing are just insane for the price of like 40 bucks or something like that. So that's like nothing for a fish of this color scheme. Now, one more thing I want to tell you guys is the colors on mine are only exhibited on the males. The males have that blue and red kind of fluorescent look. The females are pretty cool looking too. Their colors are just a little more muted and they're a little bit more green. Now, if you guys could get these like a male and a female to pair off, I think that'd be super cool. But the males are going to give you more colors and look cooler in a reef tank. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment any questions you have on this fish or any other fish in my tank or anything about the hobby. I answer everything, as you guys know. Follow me on Instagram at Eagle Aquatics. Always posting there when I'm not posting on YouTube. And I will see you guys next time.